Okay, so I'm going to walk you through a really great workout that is perfect to do right now during the holidays. It's a really quick workout, but it's going to cover your whole bases, okay? So it starts with, it's going to be composed of a couple different circuits. It's going to start with a circuit that's going to work on some of your core. It's going to work on some corrective exercises, meaning it's going to help strengthen kind of the vulnerable joints, usually your shoulders, like your posture, and your hips. So we're going to work on strengthening those. Then we're going to move into a second circuit that is going to be a little bit more all-inclusive. We're going to touch on pretty much every muscle group on your body in a really fast way. It's also going to incorporate some jumping work so that your heart rate can go up nice and high. So this can be done in your room, in your living room if you have a pair of dumbbells, and really just some space. So before you start this workout, make sure you already did a full dynamic warm-up ahead of time. On my videos page, there's 3 different options to choose from. Do a whole dynamic warm-up before you get going. Once you do that, you can jump right into this first circuit. So our first circuit, you're going to start on the floor. We're going to begin with an exercise called prone T's and Y's, okay? So prone just basically means face down. You're going to be face down on the floor with your arms directly out at your sides. We're going to do T's. So from here, you're just going to lift your thumbs straight up off the floor, kind of squeezing your shoulder blades together as you do this. Make sure you keep your forehead down. Don't lift your head as you're doing these. Keep your neck relaxed. We're going to go 10 of these. Try to isolate it through your shoulder blades. Don't let your low back feel this either. Let's go about 3 more. Kind of squeeze them through those shoulder blades. After that, we're going to do Y's. So bring your arms kind of up at an angle. We're going to do the same thing. So forehead is down, shoulders are back. Okay, kind of do that active shoulder blade drop there. And you're going to lift straight up off the floor from this position. Okay, so 10 of these also. There's 4. Keeping your neck relaxed the whole time. And 1 more. Good. Okay, so after the prone T's and Y's, you're going to flip over on your back, and we're going to do single leg bridges. So you're going to lay flat on your back. One foot, one heel is pressed down into the floor. The other leg is out straight. You're going to bridge through one leg to lift both hips equally up into the air. Okay? So we're working on bridging through just that one leg. It's a little bit harder than a regular double leg bridge because your hips are going to want to drop and kind of swivel, and you have to work hard to keep your hips level. So once you get about 10 on one side, go ahead and switch sides and do 10 on the other side, making sure your hips are rising perfectly level. Both hip bones should be coming off the floor at the same time, pushing through that heel. So you'll get 10 on the other side. Then go back to the first side. We're going to do a single leg bridge hold. So we're up in that single leg bridge position again, but we're going to add a hip abduction. So we're going to hold this position, and then your straight leg is going to pull out to the side. Make sure as you pull it out to the side that it doesn't drop towards the floor. Keep it level with the other leg, which means that you're going to have to work hard here. Make sure that your leg doesn't pull too far out because you lose control if you get too far out there. Then after about 10, let's do the other side. So find your single leg bridge, then pull out to the side. Keep your body level. 5 of these. If you feel this in your low back, or if you feel an ache in your hips at all in any way, you can skip over this exercise. It is a little bit more advanced. You can also try to do not quite as great of range of motion. So once we finish those 2 or 3, we're going to go back to the next exercise. These are tall planks. So you want to find a nice tall plank position. Good posture here with a nice flat back. We're going to do a hip flexion and extension. So it's just a little lift with that leg. So you're flexing with the hip and then extending. So as your leg is going through those motions, you want to keep a really steady, really firm and rigid torso. And we're going to go 10 per side here, keeping good posture. And then switch sides, we'll do the other side. Don't lift too high, it's just a little lift. Don't lift so high that you feel your back arching. You want to keep a neutral spine no matter what. Let's do 2 more. Okay, and that's that first circuit. Okay, so once you finish that tall plank with the flexion and extension, you're going to go right back to the prone T's and Y's. Okay, so after the prone T's and Y's, we do the bridges. We do the bridges with hip abduction, and then that tall plank again. Okay, so take a deep breath. That was your first circuit, and then now you can move on to the next. The next circuit is going to be a little bit faster paced. We're going to start with a jumping exercise, and this one is going to be called seal jack. So your arms are starting out wide. It's like a jumping jack, but your arms do this, like a big clap instead of go overhead. So arms are wide, feet are together, and we're going to go 20 seal jacks. And 20. As soon as you finish those, grab a dumbbell, and you can grab, I'm using a 12, but you can use anywhere from like an 8 all the way up to about a 30-pound weight here. Hold it at your chest like a goblet. Okay, this is called a goblet hold. It's just resting on your chest, elbows point down. Plant your feet so they're a little bit wider than hip width apart, toes pointing straight forward. You're going to squat straight down. Try to go deep enough that you touch your elbows to your knees. And then stand back up. Straight down, then push evenly through each leg to stand you right back up. We're going to do 10 of these. And you can think about like you're trying to push the floor away from you every time you stand up, kind of driving your weight through the floor. From the side, it looks like this. Your booty really sticks out and you push the floor away from you to get back up. We go 1 more. Okay, after that, we're going to go right back to a fast-paced exercise. These are called lateral skater hops. So you're going to hop really big from foot to foot, and it incorporates a little bit of the single leg balance, which is really good for knee stability and hip stability. So great for your legs here. So hopping from one side to the other. And every time you land, try to land in like a squat. So absorb the weight with that leg. Don't let your knee wobble in and out. And we're going to go 10 per side here. You can kind of alternate your arms like I'm doing here, as if you're actually speed skating. Okay, and there we go. After that, we're going to go right into bent over single arm rows. So grab your weight again. We're going to get in a bent over position, which is essentially kind of like a squat. Booty's out behind you, back is flat. And with one hand, you're just going to row. So you're going to pull that weight straight up off the floor. Keep your back flat, keep your elbow tucked in. Keep your neck relaxed. You can put this hand on your knee as a guide. Make sure your back isn't rounded and arched as you're doing this. If anything, you can arch it a little bit. Once you get 10 on one side, go ahead and do the other side. From the front, your arm pulls straight up like this. Do 1 more here. Okay, then set it aside. Right after that, we're going to go sprint strides. So with sprint strides, you have 1 foot in front, 1 foot behind, hand on your hips, good posture, up on the balls of your feet, and you're going to really quickly jump from foot to foot. We're going to go to 20 here. Okay, as soon as you're done with that, we're going to do push-ups, okay? So you can either do regular push-ups like I'm going to demonstrate, or you can do them slightly elevated, where your hands are up on a countertop or a railing, or even on a couch, okay, depending on your ability level. Just don't do them on your knees. If you're down on your knees, kind of like the girly push-ups, your core is not working at all, okay? And that's kind of the point of a push-up, is it's like a moving plank. So I'd rather you have your core activated and it working as you do these. So find the right elevation level so that you can do them properly. So I'll show you on the floor. We're gonna go 10 of these, so that's just that nice flat, good posture position again. As low as you can go here. And there's 10. Next, we're gonna stand up, we're gonna balance on one foot. This is a little bit advanced, so if you want to skip over this one, that's perfectly fine, or you can give it a shot. So on one foot, balancing on one foot, we're going to do rapid response. So you're up on the balls of your feet. Rapid response means it's a plyometric. We're going to go fast, okay? Balls of your feet. You're going to jump over and back over an imaginary line as quick as you can. 10 times. That was 10. Other foot. 9, 10. Last exercise of the list, we're going to go side to side with both feet. We're going to do this 20 times. So imagine an imaginary line here. With both feet up on the balls of your feet in an athletic stance, we're going to jump up and over that line as quick as we can, 20 times. (19, 20). Okay, and that was the end of the circuit, okay? So once you finish that exercise, take a nice deep breath. You can take a long break, take a minute, 2 minutes, get some water, let yourself come back to resting level, and start that circuit again. So in review, we started with seal jacks. Those were those jumps with your arms out wide. And then we did the goblet squats. So goblet position, squatting down and up. And then we did the lateral skater hops, one foot to the other, working on single leg stability. And then we did the bent over rows, so rowing with one arm at a time with your weight there. Then we did sprint strides, going nice and quick, another good plyometric there. Then we did push-ups, then we did our single leg hops, and then we did our double leg lateral hops, okay? So as you can see, that circuit is really good for getting your heart rate up. You're going to be building muscle mass. You're going to be burning a lot of calories. Your metabolism is going to be elevated for quite a few hours afterward. Really, really great, quick, intense workout to do when you're crunched for time, just for the holidays. So, hope you enjoy and have a great day.